Good morning, half-ass cruisers.
Good morning.
We're all bundled up. That can only mean one thing. We are here in Dunedin,
Freezing.
and we're about to find out how to say it. We're going to find out from this lady right here. Dunedin.
We were just gonna
All right. All right. So we've been saying it right this whole time. Dunedin. We don't know what we're doing yet. All we know is we got to go through the terminal, and then we're going to find out what we can do to get a shuttle. We need to get into the town so we can meet our tour operator.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers. As promised, we have arrived in Dunedin, New Zealand, and we found out that that is the proper pronunciation. We've been saying it right all along. It is Dunedin, and we are in the Otago region, the Otago town. We're in Dunedin,
The square.
but the Otago is where the port is, and there is not much. There's a small little town with a little church. It's quaint. There's a hill. But there's not much there. So when you are coming to Dunedin, you're going to want to come downtown. It was a short Uber ride. There were many options. There is a shuttle bus. It was about $60 UK round trip that you can book out. They had 3 different departure times and 1 return time. But we were a little concerned with the return time not being in sync with our tour time. So we didn't do that option. There were also taxi cabs, about $50 New Zealand. What is that, about 30 US to come over here, but we opted for Uber. They do have Uber here, although they don't have Lyft, and we took an Uber over here. It was relatively inexpensive, wasn't too bad, and we got here within about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
It's as they say,
a very nice ride too.
Yes, it's a lovely drive along the coast, along the port. Not the coast where you can see the ocean, but the port, and it's beautiful. We saw a bunch of black swans and other wildlife as far as birds go, as well as sheep. There are sheep everywhere here. I'm going to put up a video of us pulling into port this morning, and I'm going to zoom into the mountains where all the sheep, every mountain we saw, we were looking with the binoculars, it was covered in white dots. And as we put the binoculars up, we saw that they were sheep, and they are everywhere. We even saw them on the road over here. So right now we're in a place called the Octagon, and it's in pretty much the center of Dunedin. There's some historic buildings here. We're going to walk around. Our tour doesn't start for about 45 minutes, so we have some time to walk around. Rose didn't bring a sweatshirt, so she is going to see if she can find something she likes and maybe get a little bit warmer, because right now it is about 50 degrees out, and we're not sure if the wind's going to pick up. Right now the wind is calm. If the wind picks up, it might get a little chilly, and also it's threatening. It's drizzling right now, slightly. It's threatening rain. So, that being said, look behind us. This is the Regent Otago Theatre Trust. The Regent Theatre. It's a historic theater. There's a bunch of other historic buildings here. We're going to show you some of those as I promised. And without further ado, let's go get you your jacket.
Yes.
Our original arrival time in port was supposed to be 9:30. However, we arrived early. We had originally had a tour scheduled at around 10:15, and the tour company told us that they didn't think we'd be able to make it in time. So we went ahead and rescheduled for 11:15. Well, we had actually arrived early. And luckily, when you book on Viator, they give you all the contact numbers for the tour company. So we were able to call them and get on an earlier tour. The reason we did that is because we're always concerned about being able to make it back to the ship. We're on these private tours, so we just want to give ourselves as much time as possible. So that's why, and it worked out for us. So we actually had time to come downtown, get some food. This tour, we're doing a wildlife tour, Cleveland Wildlife Tours. I think that's what it's called. And they don't provide meals because it's we're doing it so much, they don't have time to stop. So we grabbed some chips, stuff to drink, a little bit of Subway, and now we're going to dawdle a bit while we wait for the tour pickup.
Look at the bird on the guy's head.
And there's a bird on his head. On the statue. Gotta love it. And
check out the church.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah.
While I got you here, check this out. How cool is that? Let's go inside and take a look. Well, you know, we love churches. We love going in and seeing these old churches. This one was very minimalist, I'd say. Beautiful stained glass windows, a huge pipe organ, and just incredible.
Yeah, really nice.
Really nice. And it dominates this octagon square. But there's another building right next to it that's just as gorgeous. And take a look at that.
Architecture.
Unfortunately, the building we wanted to go into and look at was under construction, but the bell tower is nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful bell tower.
Was Quasimodo up there?
Quasimodo. All right, Hunchback. Right next door to the hotel is where we are meeting the tour bus drivers. And this is where most of the tour buses park, because there's another one parked right over here, as you may have seen. But yeah, this is just the visitor information corner section, and that's where the tours meet. So if you have a private tour booked out of Dunedin and your meeting place is the Octagon, more than likely this is the place where you need to find. It's really hard to miss. In addition to being the meeting point, you can also purchase tours here at the visitor center. And this is the tour we're on today. In case you didn't notice, our tour has taken us way out into the suburbs.
The outback.
I don't know what you would call
The
it.
boonies?
Man, we are out in the countryside. We went up on the mountain. We saw the looking down on the town and the harbor where we came in. Then we went through wetlands. We've been spotting birds everywhere, as you saw.
And goats and sheep.
And goats and sheep and cows and pretty much anything you can imagine. We saw a harrier. That was pretty cool. That's their version of a hawk that is here, and there's just so much to see here. It's just incredible. You can see the views behind us.
The beach there, and then the wetlands over there with the mountains. Amazing.
And we just passed a resort where the rich and famous vacation. They have a helicopter pad, so they don't have to make the drive that we just made, but it wasn't so bad. We highly recommend you get out of the city and come experience the country, because when you think of New Zealand, or when we thought of New Zealand, this is exactly what we thought it would be like, and it's
amazing.
Great. We love it. We're going to keep moving though. We're on our way down to a farm where we're going to see some sea lions and seals, we hope.
I hope.
Let's go. Well, we reached the farm, and luckily our the tour group provides us with these wind jackets, because as they've described to us, there's no landmass between us and Antarctica, and the winds just come right up from Antarctica right onto the land here. Yeah, thanks. Rose is helping me get dressed. So if you are coming on this tour, you definitely want to make sure that you wear something that's going to be good in the wind, because the wind was going right through these sweatshirts. But right now I think we're going down to the beach or close down to the water, so let's go.
Describe how you feel. How was that experience?
Awesome. They provide binoculars too, but we didn't need them. We were so close. It's great. Well, the seal spot was fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
That was gorgeous.
It was beyond my wildest expectations.
So many pups. So many pups.
They were
Beautiful.
so cute.
Yeah, but now we're heading down to our second stop, and this is the actual beach where we're going to go spot some sea lions. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and maybe some penguins. They've got yellow-eyed penguins, the rarest penguin in the world here. I think he said there's about 1,400 of them.
Holy Moses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, watch out for the sheep poo. And yeah.
Is that what they call a sheep?
Master sheep. Uncle man. No, that's my dad joke for the day. I'm out. That's my limit. All right, let's go down to the beach. What we got there?
I can't get it.
Is that your kelp?
It's gross. It looks like alien tentacle. Not testicle. Tentacle.
Alien kelp testicles? Tentacles? Tentacles.
That's nice.
NT. NT. Got it.
Don't know what it is, but I'm coming. Look at all these bulls. All these bulls.
Sea lions aren't hard to spot out here. We've already spotted 5 or 6 of them down the beach. We're gonna go take a look. We're walking through the dunes now because we just had a close encounter. The sea lions wanted to play, but they're a lot bigger than we are, so we're not going to play with them. Look, see him up there? He came up looking for us. We were just there, and he's coming. He wants to play, but yeah, we won't be playing today.
Actually, these guys prefer dense forest. So
he's trying to figure out what it is.
there is a loyalty to the place.
Penguin and the Sheep. That's a great book.
That's not a
book.
plastic penguin, is it? Come on.
But yeah, that's why we have these little huts here for them.
Oh no, he just moved. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that we doubted you.
Well, it happened. We actually saw a penguin.
Yep, we came up off the beach after being chased away by the sea lions.
There was a duel between a sheep and a penguin.
Yeah, right up on the hill up there. I don't know if you can still see it. Right just to the left of the triangle.
Yeah.
Up there. That's the triangle up there. Looks like a little
Well,
pen.
they saw a regular penguin. I saw a purple penguin.
Rose swears it's got a purple tinge to it. You guys look at the video and you decide, even though that's as close as we could zoom in. But yeah, it was up there having a standoff with the sheep, and the penguin won. Sheep ran away.
Sure did.
So, yeah. So there is that. We're gonna look see if we can find any more.
King of the roost.
Yeah. Well, here we are back at Port Chalmers on the Otago Peninsula. And yeah, we made it back. It was a lovely tour.
It was absolutely fabulous.
Brilliant. It was brilliant.
Brilliant.
It's a lovely tour and it was brilliant. That's what they are using here.
We had a fantastic tour guide. Tom was amazing.
Yeah, I think I called it Cleveland Tours when we were starting. No, it's Clearwater
Clearwater.
Tours. Yes, we dealt with, was it Rachel? Rachel and Tom. Tom was our tour guide. I highly recommend you request Tom.
Fantastic.
He was the best, and he kept us safe from those sea lions that wanted to eat us up. All right, maybe they didn't. They just wanted to play, but they don't realize that we're not as big as they are. So overall, we highly recommend that tour. He brought us right back to the ship. We were concerned about getting to the shuttle, but it is not a concern because Clearwater brings you back right to the ship if there's any kind of time crunch where it looks like you might not be able to make the shuttle back. So we appreciate that. We appreciate them for that. And for that reason, we recommend them extremely highly. In fact, we're getting ready to go on a TripAdvisor and leave them a smashing review, right? Smashing?
Yes.
Yes.
Make sure you book in advance.
Yeah, book in advance, although you can book there, but there's no guarantee you're going to get on the tour. Our next stop is going to be, I believe, Wellington?
Wellington.
Wellington, New Zealand, and we have a tour scheduled there as well. So we'll see you then.